played the game of spades. Jokers are wild.
Never underestimate me because I've never lost a fight.
Tail of the tape for match number 1 between the Force and the Fire. Pretty even. Antoine McRae, 5'11", 195. Stephen Thompson right there with him, 6 feet, 195 pounds. Both of these guys very qualified to be in this ring. Joker McRae there in the aqua. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fighting for the Philly Fire. He's in the maroon pants, and away we go.
You have Antoine McRae, who's the ISKA World Super Cruiserweight Champion. Stephen Thompson is yet to have anyone go with him for 3 minutes in the WCL event, so this is going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, Thompson there on the right has an amateur kickboxing record of 33-0. Both guys tough in their own right, and there, Joker McRae making a move to get inside. Right now, still early in the round, obviously, Richard, kind of squaring up to a certain degree, seeing where I can get in.
Yeah, exactly. This is time for this sort of sort each other out and everything. You know, look for some style, look for some openings, and this is where they just sort of work out their game plan for the rest of the 3 minutes.
Thompson has landed a few good shots already, but Joker McRae has not backed down 1 inch.
You know, he's very aggressive, McRae. He's very much a hand fighter. Even though he shapes up from a southpaw stance, he likes to lead with that right foot sidekick. But you'll notice him use a lot of hands. And Thompson, of course, has got wonderful hand and kick combinations. He really puts it together well. And I think later in the round, you'll see him open up a little bit on McRae.
A lot of boxing early in the round here, and from the team standpoint, how important is it for your team to come out with the first win to really kind of get the momentum going for the night? Obviously, we're dealing with the team format here in the World Combat League.
Absolutely. With the whole team watching psychologically, it's a big thing for your initial team member to score a good win for your team right off the bat.
McRae had a great block there. Thompson tried to work the leg inside. McRae threw his hands up, nothing doing.
And McRae's got his hands very low when he gets in that side, almost tournament-type stance. I mean, when the pressure's on him, he lifts those hands up. He's got to be very careful of Thompson's spinning kicks. Thompson relying very much on hands at the moment and starting to take the fight a little more to McRae.
Oh, McRae down, took a shot to the left side of the head, and he is stunned.
This is again where the fighters, they almost get into a bit of a void here. You know, it takes a lot to shake off those sorts of strikes to the head. We'll see how McRae managed to come back from that. Thompson, of course, with a nice switching kick there, hitting with the right foot. Now he's starting to go to work on McRae with wonderful hand and foot combinations.
And after you stun a guy like that, Richard, this is really your opportunity to get in there. And there comes Joker McRae down. This is the second time now. So Thompson trying to finish off what he started a few moments ago.
Yeah, I think McRae still hadn't recovered from that initial knockdown. That's what I mean. Your head remains in a fog. Your body says go, but the rest of you is not quite sure what it wants to go with.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, the third knockdown in match number 1, and that is going to do it for Joker McRae. They are not going to let him continue, and Richard, you said it best when you said he's still in a bit of a fog. After Thompson got a hold of him the first time, that was it.
Beautiful. And watching the playback, there was a beautiful left and right shin kicks to the body, and that's what sucks the wind out of those lungs. It's also, sometimes fighters find it harder to shake off good body shots than they do a shot to the chin. Thompson now finishing off with a beautiful left foot kick to the head, and that was the end of McRae.
So McRae takes it on the chin, if you will, for the Miami Force. The Philly Fire out to an early lead. It is a knockout. It is Thompson and the Philly Fire out to an early 15-0 lead here in Uncasville at the Mohegan Sun.
Nice psychological start for Philadelphia.
Well, what surprised about the KO was that I've known he's fought tough opponents before and never been knocked down. What was the combination of kicks and punches? I first use my hands and follow with my kicks.
One match down, 5 to go in the first half from Connecticut. Philadelphia leads 15-0. Welcome back to the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. Miami has basically wrapped it up with one match to go, 138-104 over the Philadelphia Fire here in the World Combat League. But we have 12 matches, and we must fight. So now the fight is on for pride. Match number 12. It's Armin Mrkanovic, who is a replacement fighter for Antoine Joker McRae for the Force. He's in the blue. He's taken on a very tough Stephen Wonderboy Thompson for Philadelphia.
Stephen Thompson, of course, wanting to get the final nod of respect for his team, the Philadelphia Fire. Again, known for wonderful hand and feet combinations. Let's see if he is up to it against Armin Mrkanovic.
You know, we mentioned pride among these guys, obviously, in the World Combat League. And as you see here, this is essentially a match that relatively means nothing in terms of the outcome of tonight. But here it's Stephen Wonderboy Thompson giving everything he's got. Again, it's reaching deep down inside, and personal pride is on the line.
Absolutely, and pride for the respective teams. And that's the important thing. This is not an individual competition. So both fighters, again, fighting for respect for their individual teams and their teammates. Both fighters in amazing shape. Look at Mrkanovic. I mean, wonderful upper body strength there. Thompson again, very fast, great timing. It's going to be an interesting match, and so far it looks very even. Mrkanovic scoring well with a right round kick to the ribs. You notice a lot of times they use the shin. This is a very effective weapon for obvious reasons. It's bone on rib. It can suck the energy straight out of an opponent with one good shot. Thompson using his point fighting experience and just covering the gap with a back fist right-hand combination.
Mrkanovic trying to use the knee on the inside there a little bit, and you know, there's got to be a little trepidation coming in, knowing that Thompson took Joker McRae in the first half and basically KO'd him before this thing was done. So you know that Thompson's got it somewhere back there, and Mrkanovic is a guy who, like every one of them, they don't want to be on the mat by the time this thing is over.
No, and I think you can tell they've got mutual respect for each other, so neither side is willing to just barrage in there and get taken out with a blow because the hands are too low or they're overconfident. Thompson putting the pressure on again with nice hands followed up with nice round kicks. Mrkanovic staying in there, nearly clinched then, remembering you're not allowed to clinch if you're going to throw a knee. That's something the fighters also, if you're trained as a kickboxer, it's very hard to retrain that reflex not to grab when you're throwing a knee.
The slip for Thompson, nothing major. And the gas tank with 30 seconds left to go is rapidly emptying for both fighters, but they'll give it their all until the final bell. World Combat League, passivity not allowed. If you're not in the game, if you're not fighting, points can be taken away and given to your opponent.
At this stage of the match, both sides are burning. You get that lactic acid buildup. You're sucking for oxygen. And this is where the spirit and the heart comes out from the fighter.
Final few seconds. Miami will win it tonight, but they will, as a team, thank Armin Mrkanovic for getting into this fight and giving his all against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. There they go. Applause. Miami will win this thing. Philadelphia, maybe another night, but a good fight to end this on, Richard.
There was a nice round kick then from Mrkanovic. Thompson coming straight back with his own hand-foot combination. Both fighters again showing wonderful heart in there against each other, taking numerous blows.
Miami teammates cheering on Mrkanovic, the substitute fighter who went in. Even though it was an insurance win for them, they didn't really need Mrkanovic to do anything major. He comes out and stays in the game with a very, very tough opponent, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And in the end, as the applause rings out, Thompson will win this thing, but barely, with only 1 point. But it's a foregone conclusion anyway. Congratulations, the Miami Force, 151-117 over the Philadelphia Fire, and nothing but celebration here inside the Mohegan Sun. And for the